Come back at 6, wake me and your child, and then won't lay today. Make me wonder who you might have been playing with. Makes me wonder who you think. Hey y'all, welcome back. It is your girl Mystic, and you are probably thinking to yourself, now what is this girl doing outside? Is it not the summertime? Is it not hot? I know she for real ain't sitting out there working on her summer tan in pants and in black. Well, to answer your question, sweetie, I'm doing what I should have did a long time ago, which is start my garden. So during the pandemic, I tried to keep myself busy as I had nothing to do, even though I was an essential worker. I was like, I have nothing but time to pour myself into things. So I started a garden at that time. I binge watched every show to man at that point that I had on my watch list that I said I was going to go back for. I really was intentional about my hair care. I grew my hair down my back. I'll show you some pictures. But yeah, gardening is something that I enjoy doing, and I usually do it every spring. I fall off usually during the fall time. That's when a lot of my plants usually, perish and stuff as it's getting cooler and things of that nature. But I didn't do it last year because honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was too depressed to do anything but live and breathe. So I told myself this year is the year I bring it back. And again, I usually do it in the spring because if you look at the package of your seeds, it'll usually tell you the time you should start, planting things and when it's expected to grow and how long. It'll have all those little facts on the seeds for you. But obviously, I've missed that deadline. But to stay true to what I told myself to do, and just in the spirit of wanting to show myself that I am okay to start living and loving myself and things that I do again, I've got to stay true to it. So each year I do it, but I do something differently. Like the first year I did it with regular dirt. The next year I did it with moisturized dirt. One year I just did seeds that were plants as far as vegetables. Then another year, okay, well, let me try flowers, then fruit, then whatever the case may be. So this year, the trying that I'm doing is actually getting to grow some things outdoors. I live in an apartment, so all the growing that I do is usually in the standpoint of what can fit into my windowsill, right? And I have little grow lamps and grow mats and stuff of that nature, but I can only grow so much. And things that require space. Like I remember I was growing some corn. It started growing all the way up my windowsill, and I was just like, oh, we ain't got no space for this. So I'm really excited that now the apartment that I have a balcony space, and so I have something that I'll show you in a minute. So I'm just doing a couple of different things. So I am going to do some things outdoors. I did get liquid plant food instead of the pellet plant food that I usually get. But I'm still going to start the process how I usually start the process. And in my process, I personally enjoy the growing aspect of the seeds. So I like to use starter pots, but as well as I like to use clear cups so I can see like the seeds growing daily. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put some dirt in the cups, put some dirt in the growing area that's going to completely stay outside. Put the seeds in there, take the cups that are going in the seal, and then obviously the stuff that's growing outside will stay outside. And we're just going to be able to observe how they're growing outside versus indoors and things of that nature. So let's go ahead and get to that. I'll show you all of the different things that I'm using. I will tell you the seeds, and welcome to my garden chronicles. Let's go. All right, so this is what the outdoor setting is giving. So I'm going to use that box. I'm going to use my little shovel, the cups. I'll explain what's going on with the dead plants, but let me get this box ready. Originally, I wanted to do a raised garden, but I couldn't find the ones in Walmart, and I really didn't want to keep waiting to order because then it just would have took me more time. I would have lost more summer, and I just need to get it done. So I'm trying to move quickly as possible because, girl, it is hot outside. I am sweltering real bad, but we're just going to go ahead and set up, put the dirt in there so we can start getting the seeds together. And I'll walk you through the process on that. Maybe I will order the raised gardens, but that's the vision at first that I had. But this will do for now, this little space, little area. I just really wanted to get something planted because, again, I haven't grown anything since last year, and I'm just trying to be more on it this time around. So I'm excited to be doing this, and watch me on my journey. All right, so for this box, I am going to probably put the seeds that need a lot of room to grow, like this butternut squash and some watermelon and some different things. Again, I'll show y'all all the seeds and stuff when I'm done with the process, but I'm gonna put some squash in here. I think I do have some watermelon in here. I think I do have some tomato. Again, just trying to use this space for things that really need it. So what I'm going to do now is just start breaking up the dirt, making sure that the dirt is even, and start putting some of the seeds in. Again, this is the butternut squash, I believe, and I am just going to eyeball where I want them to be placed. But again, on the back of the package, it'll tell you how deep to put them and how far to put them apart. All right, so I got some sweet corn. Again, with my vegetables, I never get to like see it all the way through. They don't grow how I need them to in the time frame that I need them to. But corn actually grows really interesting, so I can't wait to show you guys when it starts. All right, so I got some avocado. Well, I was eating avocado. I took the little pit or whatever, and I'm trying to see if I can grow my own avocado, but I don't know. These could be dead inside, so we might not be able to get nothing from one of these bad boys, but I'm still going, attempt to grow it. So we'll see. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have high hopes for this avocado at all. I've been holding on to them and they're starting to get a little old and stale, so I'm scared, but we still gonna try. Now, I don't have the rest of the seeds in there because I don't know all of what I'm gonna plant yet, but we're gonna water them and give them some liquid plant food and pray for the best. All right, so let's try to focus on some of this stuff that I can put in cups. So I have a new package of spearmint I can put in the cups. I've grown some cucumbers in the cups before. I can do the sweet peppers in the cups. I have two different types of sweet peppers. One's that's just yellow and a colorful mix. Well, this one's more of the bell pepper side. This is one of the miniature peppers. I have some kale. I have some basil. I think it's called a balsam plant. I have some spinach. I have some peas. And then I have some African daisies. So I'm just gonna plant some. I'm gonna throw some also inside of the box, so we can get the feel of how it's growing indoors versus outdoors. But let me go ahead and pot these. So this is usually my process for when I am doing indoor gardening. Again, I love getting to see the plants just grow and sprout. It's very mesmerizing to me. So I do like to put my seeds inside of plastic cups so that I can monitor them and watch them grow. And usually the roots you can tell when a plant needs more room to grow. They're taking up too much of the dirt. They're just wound all into each other. Again, when we get to that part of the process, maybe in some weeks of checking in, we'll be able to see that. But I like to watch them grow and monitor them, and then I will transfer them into bigger pots, into more dirt. But this is what the process. So I will label them. Again, I eyeball. I know how deep that I want the seeds to be. But if you are really into being meticulous, you can get the end of a pen, and that will usually, if you poke it into the dirt, that'll show you how much space and room you need. But I again am just eyeballing. So I am labeling, I'm putting the seeds in the dirt, I am watering the dirt, and then I am adding plant food. I believe I used the peas, I used the corn, I used the bell pepper. I can't remember if I did cucumber or not. I'll have to go back and look at the cups. I did put some avocado as well. And so these are going to sit in the windowsill. So I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a cool thing, a race of time to see who's making the most progress. Is it going to be the seeds that are inside the house? Is it going to be the seeds that are actually getting to be in the natural elements of the outdoor and feel the warmness and not just an artificial warmness through the window? And so thy plants inside grow just fine, but I'm really interested to see how this goes. I'm really excited. I'm always excited when I plant something and watch it come to life. I've never been into growing things. When I was younger, I attempted to, and I did not have a green thumb at all. So it was really cool to pick up that hobby during the pandemic, and I love getting to do it every year. So I'm happy that I'm bringing it back because it was a real sad girl summer, and I'm feeling happier, and I'm just happy. Now you might be wondering why I have these two very dead house plants with me. Well, someone convinced me that they're not dead. Now, I'm not, what is that, a plantologist. I know that's not a word. I'm not a botanist or anything, but from the looks of it, it looks like they're dead to me. But someone has convinced me, give them a little love and care, give them new dirt, feed them properly, take care of them, and they will live again. So this is my attempt to revive my plants from the dead. Again, more things that I don't have super high hopes for, but the people on the internet are convinced that I can bring my babies back to life. So we're going to see. So I am starting off with add a new dirt into their pots, some new dirt, some fresh dirt, knocking out some of that old dirt and disconnecting some of the old dead roots. And then I'm going to make sure that they are good and hydrated with water, as well as give them a little pizzazz with this liquid plant food. Again, I'm really interested to see how this goes because I usually get the pellet plant food and I still have some, but I wonder, does the liquid make it grow any quicker, any faster? So I have two different plants. I don't remember the names of them, but I will look that up for anybody that's interested. But ooh wee, that one is completely chalked up with old dirt, and the roots are hanging on tight, and I feel like I am doing real life surgery and trying to be careful, trying to keep what I can left of the plant intact, as well as get some of that dead weight off of it. And again, just hitting it with some new dirt, some fresh dirt. I'm going to be very shocked, very astonished if I can bring these bad boys back to life. But I just need to take better care of my house plants. Again, my mental health was not the best last summer, so I could barely keep myself afloat, let alone my babies. So I'm starting from scratch with my house plants, and we're just really gonna hope for the best. And I'm gonna get some new additions, but for now, let's see what we can do about my old babies. All right, so these are going to be the last couple of things that I plant in the box. For now, I don't know. I might plant something else in there. It's not a super big box, so I don't have that much room. But again, I just want to make sure that what's in the box is being mirrored in the cups for the most part. And so I'm going to put that spearmint in there. And then after I'm watered and settled everything, I'll put the cups in the seal and we'll come back and check them next week. Thank you for watching week 1 of Garden Chronicles. Come back for the update and let's see what grows.